What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We have already off to a shocking start here today as Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives and leader of the Democrats, days here before the midterms, her San Francisco home was broken into while her husband, Paul Pelosi, was there, and he was attacked by the intruder with a hammer. He is in the hospital. And this is some absolutely crazy news here right before the midterms. Also, I'm giving away $1,000 in total to our viewers here in our What's in the Box kind of fun program that we do here. So if you can guess what's in that box, you could win money directly from me. And I'll tell you about that later in this video. So make sure you watch all the way to the end of this video, and I'll give you a clue to what is in that box. We got that and a lot of stuff to go over here today already. Unbelievable here. Yeah, take a listen.
The breaking news we are following this morning: Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, hospitalized at this hour after being attacked with a hammer at the couple's home in San Francisco overnight. We do have our correspondents and analysts standing by. I want to begin with CNN Chief Congressional Correspondent Manu Raju. Manu, we are hearing from the Speaker's office about this incident. What more do we know about the attack?
Yeah, we are still learning more about this stunning attack at the Speaker's home in San Francisco. She was not there at the time, but her husband, Paul Pelosi, who's 82 years old, was at the time. And what we're learning from law enforcement sources is that an assailant came in, broke into the couple's home, and attacked Paul Pelosi with a hammer. Now, the Speaker's office put out a statement about what is happening, what they understand has happened here. They said in the statement, early this morning, an assailant broke into the Pelosi residence in San Francisco and violently assaulted Mr. Pelosi. The assailant is in custody, and the motivation for the attack is under investigation. Mr. Pelosi was taken to the hospital, where he is receiving excellent medical care and is expected to make a full recovery. The Speaker was not in San Francisco at the time. Now, we have learned that the Speaker was in D.C. at the time. She has been traveling across the country, raising money, appearing in campaign stops as we head into the critical midterm elections. Sometimes Paul Pelosi travels with her. Oftentimes he does not. He has his own company, a financial leasing services company. He's 82 years old. He was in the news recently. Was pleaded guilty to driving under the influence in August. But this comes also as threats of political violence and actual political violence have been playing out in all across the country as we head into these midterm elections. Fears over election workers' safety alike. We don't know the motivation of exactly why this assailant broke into the Pelosi home, whether it was politically motivated or not. That is something that is still under investigation. We will learn more, report that when we learn more about it. But a staggering and scary moment at the Pelosi home as the Speaker's husband attacked by a hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. Manu, appreciate it. We'll continue to stay in touch with you as you have those developments.
Yeah, so an armed robbery, an armed break-in at Nancy Pelosi's home. Paul Pelosi, was able to fend off the robber, and the robber is in custody. So he's probably looking at a lengthy jail or prison sentence. So yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. Just days before the midterms, it's really sad to see stuff like this here. This is just the type of stuff that's really shouldn't on either side of the aisle, anywhere in America. It's just sad to see this type of stuff here. You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments section. But yeah, I next up, President Biden predicts that the student loan forgiveness checks, a lot of it's really not checks, but it's just kind of wiping away the debt. There is some checks for some people because if you paid on student loans during the pandemic, you can actually get a reimbursement. So you can actually get some checks In some cases, you can actually get reimbursed for payments in some cases from the last 2 years. But President Biden predicts that the checks, you can see the headlines here, but in most cases, they're just wiping away the debt within the next 2 weeks. This is because you can see here with the student loan forgiveness on hold, millions wonder what's next for their money, as there's a one Republican lawsuit that has currently been paused by a federal court. A federal court. This is a lower court. This comes after the Supreme Court ruled here about a week ago on, 8 days ago. The Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, actually a Republican Supreme Court justice, ruled that the student loan forgiveness relief program would not be blocked and actually just dismissed the case. Now, there's several different lawsuits here. So this is why a lower court, a federal court, said we're going to block the student loan forgiveness temporarily while the decision plays out on a different lawsuit. A different lawsuit. The Republicans are trying to block this, um, federal debt relief for over 40 million Americans, which is for Republicans, Democrats, everybody. Even after the Supreme Court said, no, it's completely legal. So, I mean, you guys can let me know your thoughts here on this, but this is going to help out tens of millions of people. Well, President Biden says that they're going to win this within the next 2 weeks. Here's what he has to say.
One on student loans, if I can. A judge has halted your plan to relieve debt for millions of Americans that are struggling with student loans. What's your response to that?
We're going to win that case. I think in the next 2 weeks, you're going to see those checks going out. That's my response. Thank you, man.
And once this $10,000 to $20,000 of student loan debt forgiveness goes out, there could be other types of debt forgiveness that happens here in the near future. In fact, Congress is already talking about it. Other types of debt forgiveness here, such as medical debt forgiveness, credit card debt forgiveness, mortgage debt forgiveness, and other types of debt forgiveness could be happening here as well in the near future. Remember that people thought that student loan debt forgiveness would never happen. They thought it would be a fairy tale and a pipe dream, something that would never happen. And now it's already been passed via executive order for over 40 million Americans. And in fact, it's already survived multiple lawsuits, including a Supreme Court case decision by a Republican Supreme Court justice. So as long as it makes it over these last few hurdles, over 40 million Americans are going to get $10,000 to $20,000 of student loan forgiveness. Could there be other types of debt forgiveness in the future? Well, Congress already kind of has some plans for other type of debt forgiveness, such as, you can see here, Congress is already has bills actually for other types of debt forgiveness. So this is something that can actually happen. You can see here the Medical Debt Relief Act of 2021-2022, Comprehensive Debt Collection Improvement Act for other types of debt relief. You can see here in the headlines here, as of July 1st, your medical debt may no longer hurt your credit score, as they've already started to remove certain types of medical debt from your credit score and from credit bureaus. And you can see here, medical debt is forcing 42% of Americans to only make their minimum credit card payments. So this is a significant problem here in the United States: medical debt, credit card debt, and mortgage debt. So really, you got to think here what the next program could be for tens of millions of Americans. So, I see a lot of people saying, well, that I don't qualify for the student loan forgiveness. And I hear you. I totally understand. I don't either. But you got to remember that a lot of stimulus right now is kind of done in programs. Right now, this year, we've had like at least 33 state stimulus programs, state stimulus checks, tax relief checks, property tax done on the state level. You know, California has a state stimulus check going out, or inflation relief check, to over 23 million people. The federal student loan forgiveness going out to over 40 million Americans as soon as it passes the legal challenge, which it already has on multiple different, even through the Supreme Court. So that's going to go out to 40 million Americans. We have extra SNAP benefits going out to, I just did a video on that, going out to over half the states, an extra $95 per month per family. That's been going on for like over 2 years. So you think about, $100, $95 a month, almost $100 a month. That's an extra $1,200 per family per year. That's an extra stimulus check. Okay. Um, Basically every single year. So really, and we've had 3 stimulus checks. We've had paycheck protection program. We've had rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. You got to really think about this. There's a lot of different programs, and we could see another fourth stimulus check. You just don't know what the next programs might be, so you got to really kind of, there could be medical debt forgiveness, credit card debt forgiveness. If you look at this, remember that we had last year, we had a SNAP food stamp raise done via the president, just directly through the USDA. It was kind of like an executive order, but it really was just done through the USDA authority. It was a 25% raise, plus the annual raise, which was about 4%. This year, the annual raise to SNAP was 12.5%. Um, and then you really got to kind of look at all these different programs. There's actually a lot that goes on. A lot of people don't really realize all these different things that go on a really kind of a monthly basis. If you watch my channel, because you'll see all these different things going on for this state, for that state, for for the federal, for people that have student loans. It's going to really be a major, major thing in their lives, because student loans are something that people pay for decades, for years and years and years and years. For people that don't have it, I totally get it. But I'm personally, I'm thankful for the people that are getting help on it, because again, it's over 40 million Americans, and I'm just thankful for my neighbors and my fellow Americans. I personally want to see more programs like this. I want to see the seniors raise for Social Security of $2,400 a year. I want to see the child tax credits go back through. I want to see more food assistance raises, because again, that kind of helps the people in need the most. I'd love to see a fourth stimulus check go through and more state stimulus checks go through. I'd love to see next year. So we've had 33 states, 33, 35 states this year. Next year, let's try to hope all states get through and send it out to more people as well. So I'll keep you up to date here on all this. But before I forget, let's do the What's in the Box contest. Okay, so let me give you a clue to what is in this box. If you can guess what's in this box, you could win money directly from me. So the way it works is, if you can guess what's in that box, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, from the people who have guessed correctly, we will have a random comment generator pick randomly from the people who have guessed correctly to pick the winners. So we're going to have 10 winners for $100 each to pick 1,000. 10 winners for $100 each, for a total of $1,000. We're going to pick that here as soon as we get through the 10th clue here, so within the next couple days. And we're also going to have, we're going to be giving away money here in November and December as well. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you click the subscribe button down below to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos. And don't forget to give us a like down below. So I'll keep you up to date with everything. So yeah, remember, subscribing is completely free to do so. If you see anybody in the comment section saying, hit me up on text or call me or on WhatsApp, I don't have any phone numbers to call or to text. So it's not me. Even if they're using my picture, they're just scammers pretending to be me. So don't call or text anybody from the comment section ever on YouTube. Those are scammers pretending to be me or pretending to be other YouTubers. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this video's clue is clue number 6. Clue number 6. So write this down, and you can guess as many times as you like. And all you have to do to guess is just leave a comment down below in the comment section. So clue number 6 is the item in the box is something that you would wear. Something that you would wear. Okay, that's clue number 6. Something that you would wear. So if you think you know what it is, leave a comment down below, and I will be opening the box here after clue number 10, showing you what's in the box, and also be revealing the winners on the screen directly. So you'll know who the winners are, and then I will be contacting the winners and finding a way to get them the money. Yeah, so keep in mind, and then we'll also be giving out money in November and December as well. Kind of our way of giving back to the community here, our way of showing the love to our YouTube community. So yeah, make sure you join our community, subscribe. Just by watching, really, you're part of our community. So yeah, let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Here is my newest video about a 4th stimulus check going out before or after the election. And here is my newest video about a presidential executive order that was just signed that is going to mean billions of dollars for Americans. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.